Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be showing off some Atari playing cards. You can see they are Atari themed. Back has the good old Atari logo. So let's take a look at some cards. I guess that would be Centipede. Okay, so all the yellow clubs. See how the clubs are like a cool retro 8-bit look. So I assume Atari age was behind these cards. Oh yeah. Good old asteroids. I have a new setup, so my computer is totally over here. I notice it's not going to work because I'm just constantly staring at it, so I'm going to have to work something else out. Because I have a nice hutch to have all my cards in, but it looks weird me constantly looking over. I'm definitely going to need the thing in front. And I am going to buy a new, I've tried everything to get this big enough, because there is enough space on this table for me to play cards, but I mean I've tried everything on this stupid cam and I can't get it to kind of zoom out. So I guess I'll try a longer holder thing, but I'm not very tech savvy, so. Nice Atari 2600, the arcade. I like how they're different. I always liked asteroids. It's cool vector graphics. Spaceship. And these feel really good. They're really nice cards. And I guess that Centipede. I don't know what the little yellow. I don't remember the character looking like that. The Joker, this game lover. That is definitely Centipede, or Millipede, I suppose. And I definitely need to look at, I don't know, some online, some how to do things, but I mean, I tried everything to get this to look better, and it looks like garbage no matter what. And I mean, these are, like, this camera is a nice camera. It has good reviews. It doesn't make any sense that the camera, looking at the cards, looks like garbage. So I'm very frustrated with that. Breakout. Now, Breakout's a funny game because if you look at a lot of old like 80s arcade games or like home arcade games, we'll call this pinball. And I love pinball, so I'd be like, oh, a pinball game. I'm like, well, it's Breakout. Atari Legend. Maybe this is just like. So maybe I just assumed that Atari Age was behind these cards. I don't know what Atari Legend is. Oh, hey, Mark. I mean, it does look better, at least close up. How's it going, Mark? I had wanted to play a solitaire game called Dungeon Solitaire, which is kind of like sort of the Dungeon Solitaire that I played, like a simpler version. And I wanted to have it set up so the Dungeons and Dragons face cards were the monsters, and then my cat, I have a deck of Cats of the World, and I wanted that to be the attack, like so it's like cats versus monsters. But I haven't figured out a way to get it up enough that I can actually do that. Oh, a day off. Nice, Mark. Yeah, they're not a bunch of different games. But when you think of Atari, I mean, you know, Centipede, Breakout, some of their most popular. More Centipede. There you go, Mark. Vector graphics. So let me try. Let me just see if I can get it big enough to. I really want to try play one game. And then I also got these. I can't really. Make sure I'm covering it. I got nudie cards, but I'm assuming I can't show that on YouTube. Okay, so let's at least try. Let's see if I can do this. That's my Dungeons and Dragons. Which I guess is weird because I've watched many movies on YouTube that have nudity, but I don't think you can show nudity in streams. So let me get this. For Dungeon Solitaire, I'm going to separate face cards from the pips cards. Don't need the Joker. Yeah, I don't know where you came in, Mark, but I was bitching about, I literally tried for like, I'm usually off early on Fridays, and I tried for like hours to get this thing to like not look like garbage, but I just can't do it. And I think it must be something I'm doing wrong, because that, it's a good camera. At least it gets good reviews. So I'm separating all these. I feel like I got it looking better closer. Yeah, no one other than you will watch this, Mark, but if they do, Mark does streams where he plays Vectrex, which is a very cool old vector system. Let me just try real quick to change my... I really hope I don't mess this up. Yeah, that's the... I mean, I tried everything, Mark, and this is a good 4K camera. If I put it on high... I won't even bother adjusting that because it still looks like garbage, where it's still blurry. I wonder if I do, so I'm assuming 920 by 1080 is 1080p. So if I set it to that, that's huge. Yeah, maybe I'll go back to OBS. Look better the way it was originally. I should say I should probably do this when I'm not on stream, but I did do it for like an hour and a half before the stream. This does seem to be the best sort of... Mark, I do apologize for always asking you for help. I'm sure you're tired of being my tech question guy. Let me stop fiddling around with this, then I'll try playing some cards. Yeah, that's about as best as I can get it. And, I feel like maybe I got a bad camera. It seems like the autofocus just stops sometimes. Like I said, I really don't want to use my phone, which I guess maybe I'll have to. Because like the camera on me, I don't care what that looks like. Ooh, okay. Well, okay, is it... Okay, it says it's at 100% volume, so should it be lower? I don't know why my voice is so. Maybe this camera does. The camera getting my cards is where I'm getting my audio from. Okay, yeah, thanks, Mark. Like I said, Mark, you don't. And again, don't ever feel like you have to. You know, you don't need to waste your day off with me. Hmm. Yeah, the noise thing would bug me too. I wonder if it'd literally sound better if I took it from my computer. It's close enough to me. Okay, thanks, Mark. Okay, I just switched it to my. See, I'm wondering if maybe this is just a junk camera, or I got a bad camera. Yeah, I'll probably switch to OBS to try that. Does it sound any better, Mark? This is the audio from my Mac. I feel so bad you're here, Mark. Anytime you want to leave, you can, man. So it's that camera, it's junk. That's what it is. Huh. That's weird. I mean, I guess maybe you just can't get a cheap camera. But I think that might sound kind of weird though, because it's coming from the side. I mean, I guess going forward, I want to put the computer back out in the front again. So, oh, I guess I shouldn't swear. I think I have my channel marked for kids. Okay, well, it is what it is. I'll leave that for right now. Huh. So I'm running no suppression stuff. Performance mode? What the heck did that do? Okay, yeah, thanks, Mark. I mean, last technical question, Mark. Like, what would you say? Like, this cost me like it was on sale, like open box on Amazon. It was like $60. I think regularly it was like 78 or something. Is that just too cheap for a camera? You just need to have a better camera than that. So I might try either way, I definitely need a taller thing to hold so I can look up and longer cam holder. Anyways, so I don't know. We'll do this for right now. And again, in Dungeon Solitaire, no aces, no jokers. So again, I have my face cards, which would be the monsters. Now I'm doing these weird, creepy cats, and I'm just getting the pip cards for this, or number cards. I know I just keep freaking out, but how weird that cat looks. It doesn't look happy. These are the most bizarre art choices. My wife literally didn't like looking at them. She was like, why do they all look scary? It's a very strange art direction choice. Look at that. Yeah, that's to be my new picture mark. It's the eyes too. They almost have like human eyes. It's so weird. Like, see, that cat looks like it's lounging or about to play, but its face looks like apprehensive. Okay, so I have all my pip cards. So these are essentially my attack cards. This is how I'm going to win. I'm not sure how much it's going to be able to see on the screen, but so I get all my. So again, from my Dungeons and Dragons deck, I got all the face cards. Okay, this actually might work pretty well. Not too bad, at least. So in Dungeon Solitaire, this is basically a simplified version of Clear the Dungeon Solitaire, which I do want to give him credit because that guy, what's his name? Yeah, Mark Ball, also a Mark. He has a channel, Riffle, Shuffle, and Roll. He invented Clear the Dungeon Solitaire, which I like a lot. Okay, so what we do, flip over the first ones, and what you have to do is get, like for a jack, I would need to get 11 points, so enough cards to equal 11. You only use 2 cards, so those 2 cards need to equal 11, and then you can kill that monster. And you get 3 at a time. So I'll put my 10 on the king, 9 on the jack, 6 on the queen. Then I can draw again. That is just... See, this is why I get sidetracked by these cards. I love those Dungeons and Dragons monsters. So I drew my other ones. Put the 2 on the 9. That's 11. I can kill that monster. Ice Devil. So jack's worth 11. And how this is different in Clear the Dungeon Solitaire, you have to get your cards on that equal or greater than the card. Like if I was attacking this one, I would have to get equal or greater than 11. Then I also need to get a spade to activate the attack. And I kind of took that out and just made it simpler so that you just need the exact amount to take care of them. You don't need any activating cards. And I take out the aces, which are 1s, and I take out the jokers, which are wild cards. So where was I here? Put the 7 on Garistro. That doesn't look like a monster, though. It looks like a woman. Sorry, Mark. Maybe that's what I should do, Mark, too. It's just, I didn't want to use my phone, but I can put my Mac right there, use the camera to catch me, and the audio, because the audio is better, and then use my iPhone for this one. Man, I might have to. So I draw 3 more cards. Barista, yeah. Okay, I'll use 3. That's 13. Kills that monster. Because again, a king equals 13. That's cool. Well, I'm glad this did work a little bit. That's what I have here. I'll put the 10 on the queen. 2 can't do anything, so I have to get rid of that. Draw 3 more. And obviously you only do, there's no redeals. 1 deal and you're done. Look at that cat. I keep getting sidetracked. That cat looks like someone just hit it. That's such a weird art choice. I don't even get that. Maybe they hate cats and that's why they did it. Okay, it's 12 equals the queen. I can kill that. A Baylor, that's cool. Flip that. And this is also easier to win than clear the dungeon solitaire. And that cat looks alright. Well, he looks kind of scared too. Put the 8 on there. I can kill that jack. They actually also make a Dogs of the World. Even though I'm not a dog person, I kind of want to get it just to see if the dogs look happy or not. Because if the dogs look happy, I would assume they just hate cats. You'll also notice I count with my fingers. I am embarrassingly bad at math. Well, which is one of the reasons I like playing this game, to get myself better at the simplest of arithmetic. So I can get rid of that. Put Fiend, because queen equals 12. I'll put the 6 on that. Okay, get rid of the 10. And again, anything you don't use in a round, you get rid of. Are you more of a dog person, Mark, or look here, not there? Dog person or a cat person, Mark? I can kill that king. Excuse me, that. Oh, Demogorgon. There you go, Stranger Things. Yeah, I have all my cats are keeping the captured monsters secure. Hey, Arturo. I'll put the 8 on there. So I get rid of the 5. So Arturo likes meat and hates cats. Which I feel that kind of goes together. Arturo's a very manly man. So I can't use any of these. Draw 3 more. Oh, I'm sorry, Arturo. Okay, 13, I can get rid of that. Yeah, what is... I don't know if anyone knows Dungeons and Dragons. The Glacia just looks like a woman. I also made a joke about women being monsters, but I guess probably shouldn't do that. I don't want to use the 9 on the jack because I don't... Should have been counting my cards. I don't think I have many lower cards than that. Well, yeah, I won't use the 9. Bam. 12, I can kill that monster. Another Pit Fiend. Kind of wish they didn't repeat things on the Dungeons and Dragons cards. Oh, I'm sorry, Mark. I thought Arturo said that about the dog. So I'm sorry, Mark. I would eat dog meat. Well, I should say, I always make the point to say, I like dogs as tools. Like, I like that we have big dogs. They bark when people come in. Even though I hate them, they would die for me if someone broke in. I like that. But as far as pets, they're too spastic. Cats are cool, they're quiet, they're clean. Cats are much better. Can't use that. There he is again. Look how happy he looks. He's a happy cat. Bam, 12. Get rid of the queen. Can't use that. Evil. This deck makes me not like cards. Oh, yeah. Yeah, being allergic to cats, that makes it a no-go. Oh, Mark's son has a gecko. I have a tortoise. I had, when I was a kid, I had Hokey and Pokey. They're two tortoises like this big. Hokey died, but I still have Pokey. And I got them when I was like 8 or 9 years old. And I'm 45 now, so I've had him literally my entire life. Bam, kill that. Good still again. Can't use any of them. Oh, yeah, I'm not going to win. Well, I can kill that. Well, yeah, no. That was pretty close. I'll play one more game. Yeah, I'm actually lucky that Pokey, my other cat is still, or cat, other tortoise is still alive. When I moved out to New Mexico, so I had him in like a pet carrier. And it was kind of stuffed with blankets, because again, he's not that big. They're not that big. He's like that big. And so I had him in a pet carrier stuffed with blankets to kind of keep him like in a secure and so he doesn't move around. And I, brought him to the attendant and said, "Yeah, I have a pet. He needs to be warm, so put him in the warm pet area." And it was a flight with one stop. And on the first stop, no problems. They come out and say, I think the flight attendant said something funny like, Mr. Zippy or whatever, the turtle is, safe and secure, blah, blah, blah. On the second leg of the trip, no one said that to me. And so I was like, that's weird. So I land in New Mexico. And this is literally me moving out here to go to school, to be with, who's now my wife. And nothing's coming through. I'm waiting at the little pet area, which is separate from where the baggage comes down. And nothing's coming out. And I'm like, huh. So I went to the attendant and said, I'm expecting a pet to come through. He goes, okay. He goes back there. He goes, oh, I got it. It's coming through. And this huge carrier with a dog comes through. And I'm like, that's not my pet. I had a carrier like this big. It had a tortoise in it. And he goes, oh, nothing else back there. And I look over to the regular luggage thing. Literally, his pet carrier is, when the luggage comes down, it's flipping around down there. It's like upside down. And I'm just like, I just moved to New Mexico, and I'm lucky my tortoise is alive. So poor Pokey had his second flight with all the luggage. But he survived. Yeah. Well, yeah, that was weird too. No one came out, no one was right there for the dog. Like I saw Pokey, I went and got him, and I left with now my wife. But I didn't see anyone coming for that dog, so that dog may have had a bad story too. 3. Seven, 4. Kill that. The 9 on the queen. They all look like they were just sprayed with water. Though I am actually happy with my camera. It does seem to be focusing up close better, so I can actually show stuff. 8 on the king, 5 on the queen, go to the 2. Should I have covered the queen? I'll put that there. Get rid of the 2s. That's probably the happiest looking cat in the whole thing. 12, get rid of that. Yes, I do embarrassingly count with my hands. 8 there. 9, 10, 11, 12. Kill the day more. Oh, that's awesome looking. These are great drawings, too. Yeah, I'm really impressed with those Dungeons and Dragons cards. Very cool. Yes, I'll put the 5 there. No. 13, get rid of that king. So I'm going to be so embarrassed that I can't count that it'll force me to be better at counting. And not be 13. I'll get rid of the 4. Play the 10 there. Can't do anything with those. So how were the fireworks on the 4th of July, Mark? 13. Did your neighbors go crazy? 10. Well, that guy looks kind of happy, like he's getting treats or something. Draw a few more. Oh, whoa. 12. I still have it in my hand, but I didn't. So I can get rid of that. I am kind of cheating. Usually, even if I make a bad decision there, if I take my hand off it, I don't play it. So I'm kind of cheating a little bit. Get rid of the Ice Devil. Second thing. Play the 8 there. I can't do anything. 9, 10, 11. Kill the Garisto. I actually find it funny, Mark, that it was worse on the day before. Mark has some neighbors that really like fireworks. I guess they were so excited they couldn't wait to the 4th. Can't use them. Can't use that. Look at that cap. Yeah, it's definitely focusing really nice up close. I like that. Even lettering, yeah. Well, at least it's doing that. Okay, my last 3. Get rid of that. I can't do anything. Yeah, so that is my Dungeon Solitaire. Actually, now that it's focusing well up close, I want to show some of my. Where is it? There it is. Yeah, my 1992 trivia cards. As I said on other streams, these cards, they go from 1942 to 1992. Every year, it's just a bunch of trivia. Again, this is their last one they had, or this is the latest one they have. And I was, what would I have been? Sophomore, I guess, in 92? Yeah, I was a sophomore, so I have a lot of nostalgia for 92. Oh, yeah. Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was everywhere in the 90s. Yeah. Mariah Carey, too. Martin. Yeah, at least it's focusing up close better. Yeah, it's funny. The Jokers are all sports stuff. Yeah. Mark, I guarantee there'll be. Well, I can't guarantee there'll be a Seinfeld, but is he on the front? No. Oh wow, that was in '92. Rodney King. I remember that big time. I remember watching videos of the riots in LA. That was crazy. What a basketball. Oh, jeez. Michael Douglas and Sharon Stone star in this movie Thriller about a police detective who has an erotic affair with a murder suspect. That movie was so like omnipresent in the '90s. Basic Instinct. Oh boy. That's me, Jay Leno. Never found Jay Leno very funny. Oh wow. So that was a mobile phone in '92. Oh, nothing's huge. Nope. Oh, Michael Jackson. Oh, Michael. Oh, yeah. This Irish singer-songwriter stirred controversy when she ripped up a photo of Pope John Paul II during a Saturday Night Live appearance. That was Sinead O'Connor. Do you imagine? So all she did, like, I think she said like "fight the real enemy" or something, and ripped up a photo of the Pope, and that was like the biggest news for I swear like years. And nowadays, I don't think that would be cheered by people in SNL. Okay, literally, the question is, Ling Ling was this type of bear. Or you're giving me a picture. It's a panda bear. A lot of British royal things. Oh yeah, first, yeah, the Batman, 1992. Batman Return, the second one, yeah. Boy, that was those Batman, man, biggest thing ever when I was a kid. Another joke of the sports stuff. The Michael Keaton Batmans were awesome. League of Their Own. It's cutting off the. Why is it cutting off the? Uh oh. What did I just do? Holy smokes. Okay, Mark just said he got his first mobile phone in 1998. I didn't get one until probably. Well, when did I get my first phone? Yeah, no, probably like 2004, 2005. So Mark's a tech guy. Wayne's World. Whitney Houston. Yeah. If the '90s should have Seinfeld, Mark, it also has to have Nirvana. Man, Nirvana back in the day, they were very popular. Shuffle some crap. Yeah. Named the British monarch in 1992, she marked her Ruby Jubilee celebrating 40 years since her ascension to the throne. Okay, hold up. Holy crap, she's. I think that's probably why there's all these conspiracy theories that she died and they replaced her with someone else. Dude, she's old. 40 years in 1992. Oh yeah, I used to be big. People used to crap on. Mark's talking about mobile phone games. People used to crap on mobile phone games, but there were some that were made with the limitations of a keypad in mind. And they were pretty fun. Like I had a single button presser game. It was like an endless runner. It was a lot of fun. They definitely weren't that bad. Well, some were. I also had I had Mega Man 2 on my Kyocera Switchback, I think it was called, one that flips open. And yeah, playing Mega Man 2 on a keypad, even one that flips open so you can kind of hold it like that. Hold it like that. Not good. Oh. George the Senior. Oh, Miley Cyrus. Yeah. Following its release in the U.S., the 1992 Following its release in the U.S., the 1992 release of this home video game console in Europe made it the best-selling home gaming system worldwide. We all know the great NES. Ooh. What type of spacecraft is Endeavour, which made its maiden flight in '92 as a replacement for the Challenger? Now, the Challenger, for those who don't know, was they were sending a rocket into space with people on it, and one of the astronauts was a teacher, and she was actually from New Hampshire, I think, and I'm from New England originally, so it was a huge deal. So on the day of the flight, we literally, all us kids packed into a room to watch the Challenger take off. And I still remember, I'm not a good memory of things when I'm younger, but I remember watching it and it exploding, and all us kids being young enough that we were kind of like, is that not supposed to happen? Like, we were all freaked out, and the teachers were instantly like, oh my God. They turned off the TV, they all ushered us out. And I distinctly remember being confused, like, is that not supposed to happen? Is that bad? And then later on being like, yeah, they all died. It's Euro Disney. I haven't thought of Murphy Brown since probably '92. That was a big show back in the day, too. Oh, yeah, Reservoir Dogs. That and Pulp Fiction, films that every poor director wants to steal from. Oh. Good old Clinton. Yeah, so those are my very cool '92 trivia cards. Oh, you did see it, Mark? Yeah. Like I said, I think because it was a teacher from New Hampshire, it was a big deal to people in Maine. Like I said, I'll never forget just being like, what just happened? And all the teachers just like, oh my God, turn it off. That was crazy. So I think I'm going to show off, since this is actually working a little bit, show off my Shakespeare cards and then I'll be done. I need to take a lesson from Mark, have some water. These are Shakespeare quotes. Every card has a Shakespeare quote on it. And when I first checked these out, the card stock is crap. And it feels like those kind of, like you went to Party City and got like a pack of 20 cards, it would be like this, very cheap. But what I do like is that all the quotes have the number in the Shakespeare quote. So like this is the number 7. And the quote is, what? We have seen the 7 stars. What shall we have incision? Shall we imbrue? Etc., etc. But each card has the actual number in the quote, which is really cool. 8. You'll pay me 8 shillings. You'll pay me the 8 shillings. I one of you at betting. I didn't instantly notice that, and when I was looking through them, I was like, weird that none of these are very popular Shakespeare quotes. Then I was like, oh, they had to do it with that theme. But it made me like it a lot better. Like that one has half dozen and 6. Really cool. They also have Mark said it's cool. They also have a Shakespeare Insults, which I might get that one because I think Mark said he has a T-shirt of it. And I'm assuming the insults would follow the number theme. Now I think they should have kept the theme going, and like this one has nothing to do with the Queen, or maybe that was a Queen in the book. I don't know, but they should have kept the theme going because I guarantee there's enough Shakespeare quotes that use King and Queen definitely. I guess Jack might be hard. Shakespeare might never have said Jack. But I'm sure there's enough quotes that they could have used it for king and queen. So that's that. And Mark, thank you for hanging out. Thank you, Arturo. And again, thank you for all the help, Mark. I appreciate you always, helping me. And I'll fiddle around too and try to see if I can get the. Oh yes, Mark. Okay, awesome. Well then, since I did that, I'll show one more deck. And I'll go a little slower. This is my Lingo Spanish playing cards. I also have French. All my relatives spoke French, and I never wanted to learn as a kid, and now I really wish I hadn't. Or I had, I mean. Or I should say my father's side spoke French. Okay, Mark. Well then, next time I'll show him, Mark. And hopefully next time I'll have a better setup and things will be better. There you go, Mark. One for the road. 2 Spanish words that everyone knows. Bye, guys.